Hey guys, it's Linda Hopson, your hashtag online BFF, back with you today for Coffee Talk. And today I would like to talk about dreams and imagination. And it's very, very important that we all do this, no matter whether you're in business for yourself as an entrepreneur, you work for someone else, no matter what you do for a living, you should always stretch your imagination and have dreams for yourself and your family. And, I talk about this a lot because it is important to me personally. And I just think that that's part of living your best life is to always strive to reach for your dreams, no matter how crazy, outlandish, weird, unachievable they may seem, to always, if that is your dream, to reach for it. And one of the reasons why I am talking about that today is over the weekend, my family and I had a big project. We have a fir tree, ginormous fir tree in our kind of backyard, kind of to the side of the house, to the back of the house, the back corner kind of. It's right behind me. And a couple of, I guess it was about a week ago, a storm came through. We didn't think was much of a big deal, but the next day we came out and there's a huge branch broken and fallen, not completely broken off, but cracked and fallen down. And so we didn't want it to continue to crack and maybe damage property or someone else's property. So I wanted to borrow my brother's gas-powered chainsaw because it is more powerful than the electric chainsaw that my neighbor lets us use. And so I was driving out to his house to borrow the chainsaw, and he lives in a more, I guess, I wouldn't call it rural, but more rural than where I live, part of St. Louis. So the roads are, kind of gently winding and kind of gentle hills. There's lots of trees. It's very almost country-like, although it is part of the St. Louis area. And so I like the drive out there for sure. It was a very pleasant day. It was like in the 70s, unusually cool for late July, early August. And one of my huge, huge dreams that may seem unattainable to a lot of people that know me and are friends with me is that I have a dream house that I want to live in one day, build, and there's a design that I have. It's actually a house that's for sale now, but I know now that it's not achievable at this second. And so I kept, the pictures and everything, but it's exactly the house that I wanted. And it's a very big house, and so it costs a lot of money, and I want it on a little bit of land, like maybe 2 or 3 acres, enough to, be able to maybe put a in-ground pool in and some other things on the land. And, when you grow up in a middle or lower middle income family, or maybe even low income family, that's all you really know. And usually your friends, because they live in the same neighborhood that you are when you're little, you tend to make friends of people who live near you, their parents are of about the same income level. That's what your thinking stems from. So the reason I'm bringing this up is that sometimes when you want to achieve a dream that seems unfathomable, it's just, how can I reach this dream? You have to stretch your imagination. You have to stretch it beyond what your history has been and what your current situation is, because just because your current situation is at X doesn't mean your future isn't going to be, A++. And I have been reading this book. Now, it's not for everyone, but it's called Ask and It Is Given. And it's about the law of attraction. One of the great teachers of the law of attraction, Esther and Jerry Hicks, and it's spelled Hicks. It's a great book, and I've been reading it in chunks because the chapters are very easily, you can kind of stop and then go back to it. because I read a lot of books that are about business and business mindset, that in between those books, I like to take like a law of attraction book or something that's a little bit more dream thinking, I guess you would say, and read a little bit of that in between those books that are strictly about business and, how to get ahead and how to be success minded and all that kind of stuff. And it also just helps me with that mindset as well. And so I really want you to stretch those dreams. And just, you're going to hear, if you speak of your dream, which is a good thing when you speak, my goal is to someday, before I'm X years old or before it gets to be 2000, whatever, I want to do this. Or as in my case, I want to own this particular house. It's a $3 million house. And on land, it's going to be a lot more than that, on 2 or 3 acres of land. But that's a big goal for me, and a life that I dream of my family living in that house with enough room to have big parties and just cook for my family and my friends, and Andrew have friends over and that kind of thing. And, I hear it, and I know when you start speaking your dream out loud, people are going to say, they're going to criticize you for dreaming, because those are the people that tend not to dream, or that keep their dreams small because they don't want to be disappointed. And so, I hear stuff like, why do you want such a big house? You only have one child. Or why not give your money to charity? Well, I plan on doing that too, but this is my dream. This is not their dream. And so my dream is to have that big house, and that's not going to be your dream. You need to think of something that you always wanted to do or be or have, and really stretch that imagination and go for it. Work towards it. Always have it in the back of your mind. Maybe have a picture up. And one of the things that's in the book that I just mentioned that helps you stretch your imagination, which I've been working on every morning, it's a really fun exercise. It does not take much time. And basically what they have you do is, if you have an old check register, or if you just want to use like a cheapie, like right now school supplies are everywhere. If you just want to get like a spiral one subject notebook that's like 50 cents, that's what I did. Is I got one of those and I wrote, Linda's checkbook on the top of it. And you start out with your first day, you deposit $1,000, and you can save it. You can spend it, but when you spend it, you have to say how much it is, and you can give it away, but you have to say who you're giving it away to. And so at the end of the day, it might be down to zero, or if you're saving, I actually, when I saved, I put money like into a separate account, so that checkbook balance went down to zero every day. And then the next day, you deposit $2,000, and you spend that, or put it in savings, or put it in account to save up for something. Like one of the other things I want to do is to take Andrew to Disney World and do the whole Orlando theme park, go to the ocean kind of trip, and I want to make it big, so it's going to take some money. So I put it in like a vacation savings, and then I put it, and then I have some money in regular savings, etc. But you do what you want with your money, but you increase your money by $1,000 every day. And once you pay off bills, and you, because I've been paying off my credit card bills, and I've got a student loan that I'm still paying on, and so I pay on that. Once you get rid of the bills that you have and you take care of things, it really stretches your imagination of what you're going to spend that money on. And that's the goal of the exercise, is to really think beyond what your past experience was with money, and to think bigger, because The law of attraction is that there is abundance all around you and there's enough for everybody. So think of those things that most people will say, are you crazy for dreaming that? If that's your dream, you dream it, and you dream it in full color, and you dream it in full reality, and you think about it, and you ask yourself, how can I achieve that? And you will start seeing things happening in your life that will inch you towards that goal, I promise you. But you got to think positive, and you got to keep your mind open. So with that, I'm going to let you have a rest of your great Monday. I hope you had a great weekend. I'm a little sore from playing lumberjack on that pine tree. And I will see you in the next episode. Remember that I believe in you. You're a diamond to me, so shine on.